All right. Couple days off of Pathfinder. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how many hours of character creation I spent during these last couple days, but a few. Definitely a few. There's a hold position. You know that? All right. That we would need to go to respec. You wish to respec today. That said, we want to go straight back. We could maybe cut across a little bit. Maybe hug the river a little bit. Other side of the river. I think there's other fords over this river somewhere. It's been some of the most annoying movement. Really hard to predict where there's going to be movement across rivers. All right. Good morning, Dehydrogenasa. How are you? Where does up go here? Must be a node. Okay. Can you overshare a bit? I mean, definitionally no. In the sense of, if you're defining it as oversharing, then I probably don't want to hear it. But I bet you're not actually oversharing. I bet you're going to share something tangentially related, in which case, yes. So, if you wish to tell me about a sweet lay you had last night, not as interested. If it's related somewhat, yeah, sure. I trust you, Dehydrogenasa. I think you got the wherewithal to make a decision about what's appropriate and not. Go, let's hear it. You want a random encounter? Yeah, let's start the day off with a random. Hey, Bricky. Hello, El Hoyer. Hey, Veteran Vandal.
I feel tired.
Oh shit, we're tired? We're fighting. Oh my god. Purple spiders with green shit coming out of them. What is this? It's sad you decided against it? No. I'm not trying to discourage that. I was just making the joke that you can't ask for arbitrary permission to post all things. And I can't just be like, yes, and then like you post me some like, I don't know, some horrendous something, right? I'm okay with a little sad. A little sad isn't gonna hurt anything here. Fire it off, man. Fire it off. Primal Spider Matriarch ×2. Damage reduction 10 to all things except cold iron. Fucking hell. And magic. Yes. 145 HP. Level 10. Wandering monsters. Enjoy us. I wonder if there's more than these two. Alright, I mean, I guess the spiders aren't really bothering us and we're not really bothering them. I mean, I guess I could just engage with the exit area and leave. Can I just do that for ambushes? They will wreck me? Okay. Oh no, I've scared you off now, Dehydrogenasa. Truly, it's probably fine, man. I feel bad now. I wasn't trying to discourage that. I was just trying to comment on the idea of giving someone carte blanche ahead of time for something. Now we're gonna have made it into more of a big deal than it needs to be. You could just, you know, fire it off. No? Alright, that was the last time I'm pushing then. Okay. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to make that awkward. Are we all dead inside? Yes? Probably? I'm not just gonna pass up free spider matriarch experience, you know? Can't just be like, hey, we're not doing this. I mean, 10 DR I'm a little scared of, because how the fuck do I do any damage to this? I mean, I guess Thaddeus hits for more than 10. Am I making new characters today? Yeah, I mean, they're not. We planned them out mostly over the last 2 days. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. COVID has been an absolute bitch for everyone, Dehydrogenasa, and that is sadly something that many people are experiencing. Terrible news, man. Alright, I guess we're going to do some buffing because why would we not? Now, I didn't rest as much as we could have, so some of our buffs are going to be a little weak here. I guess I'm fighting this though. We don't have damage on our caster, so our caster probably, I mean, sneak attack damage might be enough to do damage here. They're going to be spiders, so they're not going to fall over very easily. They're going to be immune to web. If there's only 2, this is maybe reasonable. If there's more than 2, it's probably not super reasonable. I'm just worried our people are not going to be able to do damage. Doing all right, Infestor Gadget. Doing all right. Guess we're gonna run out Bless. Why would not? I guess I'm buffing chat to like hypothetically deal with this. Now we don't have mutagens up for reasons unknown to me. What is this character again? Oh, this is our
Everything has
is it our?
price.
Let us bide our time.
Yeah, okay, this is our EK. Bullshit stat buffs of enemies ruins the feel here. Level 1 should be level 1, not level 5. You can change what you want for the stat buffs, man. If you're playing this, you have the total control over doing that, Ikerdon. I have been considering that, actually. Not that, necessarily. Not that the stats are too high. But I was wondering kind of if the game might be more fun without the... because there's 2 options, right? There's enemy difficulty, and there's enemy stat adjustments. And I was thinking of maybe scaling up somewhat tougher enemies to moderately tougher enemies and dropping down strengthened to normal. Because... I don't know, maybe. I'm not worried about, I'm not so concerned about the difficulty right now, but I also feel a little bit like the hit rolls on the enemies to do damage to them is very, very high. And that might be okay. We can probably play around that just fine. It's just, it does kind of, it does feel a little bit off, I agree. Although, not super off. Spoden noob, hello.
Everyone
I
counts
always
on
have
me.
the upper hand.
Alright. Am I casting other spells here? Really don't know. I mean, I guess I have to fight these, so I guess we probably are. Missing half of our buffs, though. I gotta get rid of this half-orc. I tried it. I had it happen to me exactly once, and I've already decided I never want to see half-orc again. Anyone have more options? Might be okay. Yeah, and you can change that along the way, too. You don't have to do it all at once if you don't wish to. Now, I have been. So I can't tell if you're talking your playthrough or my playthrough, Ikerdon. If you're talking your playthrough, I have some suggestions for you. If you're talking my playthrough, I'm okay with how it is right now. I guess I want to shoot this.
Hesitation
Huh?
is a waste of time. They should have known better.
Misconcealment. Alright, we're gonna be glittering these. I call them motherfuckers, but they're spiders. I feel like be a better insult. I mean, double matriarchs is a bit awkward for them. There's only 2 of them. It's an interesting random encounter. I mean, I guess if they're blurring right now, I probably want to glitter dust them. Which is reasonable for a surprise round because I don't have to move to cast it. Alright, blinded. Yeah. I think spiders should be hilarious. I think they should have, because they're like, if you're going to do this, 8 legs is extra resist to being knocked down. And we should be doing like 8 eyes is extra resistant to blinding, or however many. I mean, don't they have like, isn't it more than 8? Don't they have like dozens and dozens of eyes? Aren't they almost like fly level? Like, flies are faceted eyes, but spiders are multi-eyed, right? I think that's right. Could be wrong. But I wouldn't tell you if it was wrong. I would just go with it, probably from here. More vulnerable? I don't know. It depends how they work. I don't think it's because their 2 eyes are weak, but maybe it is. I mean, they're not particularly good either. I don't know, man. You're right. Maybe it would make them more vulnerable. I don't think so. I think you're probably like, if one of your eyes get blinded, the other ones are still giving you good information. It's like, when you do this, you don't go, you're not like, I'm twice as susceptible as blinding because I've covered 1 eye, right? You're half as susceptible. You lose some information from that, but you're not going to be blinded if that 1 eye gets taken out, right? I thought. All right. We are getting our... So, you know, this has been, at the very least, the value we've gotten out of this has been... Wait, I thought the point of making them glittered was I couldn't miss through concealment anymore. That is apparently not how that works, so I guess... What does it say it does? A cloud of golden particles covers everything and everything. Covers everyone and everything, causing creatures to become blinded, invisibly outlining invisible things for the duration of the spell. All within the area covered with dust, which cannot be removed and continues to sparkle until it fades. Any creature covered by dust takes... It doesn't say anything about concealment. This is just anti-stealth. Sad days. Sad fucking days. I just assumed if a creature was protecting itself via visual manipulation, that glitter dust would counter that. You know, for all that glitter dust is a great spell, has its fucking failings. The fact that the blind has a roll to apply and a roll every round to defend is really quite painful. Yeah, it's an argument to be had, Wizard. Good morning as well. All right, so we know these things are DR10, but not to magic. So presumably, oh wait, who is this though? Oh no, I just scooted our. It was a mistake. I thought I was using somebody else. This is our tank. You know what? If they do energy damage, I have no idea. I mean, this isn't gonna do anything. Man, I wish I could take that. And all my move is gone from that too now. Fuck. All right, I guess we're just like randomly casting some garbage on him. Hey, Didiki. Thanks for 12 months. I don't know, Joe. If I incapacitate one of your eyes, you are not blind. You having two eyes are not twice as susceptible to a blind. You're half as susceptible. If it's like a poke out your eye kind of blind, so. Does a bright light source fry your eye? Maybe, but if it only fries one of them, imagine like your turn like this, right? And your one eye catches a blast and your other doesn't. Your one eye is definitely fucked, but your other eye isn't. Oh. Dude, we've hit concealment every single time. Is it 50% concealment on this fucker, or is it 25? It must be 50. But I thought 50% conceals were... a thing. Also, another thing here. Okay, reduced to 1. We got him for 1. 144 to go. Can't swing there. Could swing there. Not the least bit convinced we get any value out of swinging here. Especially with the Bane. Move paralysis. See invis. See objects or beings that are invisible within your range of vision. That doesn't sound like it counters concealment either. Feels like we may eventually wish to have something that counters concealment. It's going to be this hard. Or try it to see if it works. Do we like the game or does it make us angry? Oh, chat, I think that that is such a perfect highlight of everything that's wrong with chat. With people's evaluations in general. It is entirely possible to have nuance. You can both like something and dislike something because you're targeting aspects of that thing. Overall, I think the game is great. There are plenty of rage-inducing small flaws in this game. That's what I said, Joe. I thought spiders had a fuck ton of eyes as well as a fuck ton of legs. And I'm saying, like, my realism is totally broken by the fact that although spiders get +8 to reflex saves, they do not get +8 to blindness saves. Fucking huge game flaw, chat. Let's write the devs. This isn't okay. What are we doing over here? Shooting the shit. But few have good eyesight. They rely on touch, vibration, and taste. They have blind sight in their webs. They don't just get that running around, chat. What the blind sight is supposed to be is a representation of other senses. Alright, what are we doing over here? So this is cleave, which is not on. Dazzling display. What the fuck does Intimidate do again? It's like shaken, which is minus resist. Does shaken target AC or no? I think we can fucking scare a spider. Will +9, reflex 16, fortitude 15. Maybe. But I feel like Thaddeus is the only one who's gonna do any damage here. So
Die, die, die!
yeah, we just did 19 there. Is that a crit? Oop. Game devs have nothing to do with it? No, some of the mistakes in this game have definitely been the game devs, not the game itself. But by and large, I really like this game. And it is possible to hold both those things. Those are not contradictory things. That's what I was trying to say a second ago. It is entirely possible to both really like this game and still find things with it that are not done well or are done suboptimally or not perfect, right? I hesitate on the not perfect because it's not the not perfect point. The point is that there can still be flaws in a good game. It's nothing to do with perfection or not. Alright, so this is our bow dude, who I don't think can do enough damage here to matter with even a direct hit, right? We're doing 1d8, even enlarged right now. I guess we're doing more than that. Why is it not showing me? Yeah, there it is, 2d6 plus 1. No, we can high roll past that. Alright, I guess we step back on Miklas. Turn off fucking rapid shot. Yes. Maybe we just fucking bomb. Touch AC is 21 compared to 31. And bombs count magical for damage? He's saving throwed. We get the reflex save. You gonna watch rather than play? Sure. I enjoy it when my viewers say I found this game and I'm playing it because, you know, we saw it on your stream and enjoyed it or something like that. That's an I like that. It's not necessarily the only thing I care about, right? So if you're enjoying the viewership, cool, great, no problem there. Okay. Leopard getting some hits in. Seriously considering buffing here. The fact that Thaddeus does enough damage also argues for a bit of luck there. Bane weapon is accuracy and damage, I guess.
A solid plan.
Nice. I mean, as long as these other things don't fucking start AoEing me, I think we're fine. They are definitely a bitch to hit. And it does highlight some of the ways that monsters are going to scale, which is kind of cool. Kind of like this fight as a random encounter. It's like, hey, this is shit you need to be worried about and figure out answers to a little bit later. I think that's reasonable. Acid bomb strictly better. Depends what things we have. I can't remember if we have the exploding trait. The exploding trait makes our bombs that hit, our fire bombs that hit, do burn damage. And it also depends on resistances. It feels like spiders are more likely to be resistant to acid than fire to me, but I'm not sure that's necessarily true. I don't know their resistances. Let me just double check what abilities we have on this character. This is one of the characters we're going to be changing. So it's not super important that I memorize these necessarily, but I should have at least a quick look. Which is... does not look like... oh, it would be in here. Doesn't look like we have explosive bombs or whatever they're called. Are summon wolves getting hits right now? I mean... I'm doing away with the summoner. There's two things I hate about it. I hate that the wolves don't do anything. And they actually are doing quite a lot. They're absorbing a lot of hits. But I hate that they don't do attacking things. It annoys me that I have pack tactics or wolves, which generally are like fairly accurate enemies. I've got 4 of them summoned and they can't hit a target ever. That makes me pretty annoyed. And then the other thing is I hate how kind of cheesy it feels to tank with that. I don't feel like I'm risking anything when wolves are taking damage most of the time. So I think we're going to convert that into... I'm going to try a Earth Kineticist, which I can make into a dwarf, and also can use heavy armor and shields and a dwarf and DR tanking, which makes me pretty happy all around. That's the dream. We're going with that.
Let the attack commence.
Sounds good? Yeah. Does sound good. I mean, punch this thing? Aren't we small? We didn't reduce ourselves. That's okay, I guess. Alright. I guess I should focus fire on the thing that we're trying to kill over there. Have we learned anything about spider yet? We learned that we hate it. Of all things. Can't. There's no way I can find a way to throw an acid bomb at it. Why is acid bomb a full action? Why wouldn't we just walk forward and throw it as a standard action? What is the problem here, Miklas? Look at that. 15 acid damage. He failed his save. I don't even believe it. Wait, where is his save? Wait, have I been reading these wrong? No, no way. No way, chat. No way. Reflex have splash damage. Oh, it's only the splash damage it's gonna have. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay, good. So we hit him is what it was there. Replace summoner? Well, we are replacing the summoner. It's one of the 3 classes we're replacing today. That thing just fucking poisoned us. Dex damage. Ew. And con damage. Double ew. We'll disrupt the undead. I mean, we're getting damage in there. Dude, stop attacking other people. Like, we gave you the people to attack. He's right there in front of you. Attack him. That's your boy. That's your boy, Spider. I think we have communal, like, not get poisoned. Oh, they're evil. Hell yeah. All right. Never mind. We're good. We're going to cast some AoE buffs dealing with the fact that warp spiders are evil, apparently. It's fine. Now we know. All right. Let's communal protection from evil. That suggested a build that comes online at 13. I don't know what build that is. Yeah, no, the summons are doing a shit ton of work at absorbing hits, but I find it kind of lame. There's something that I don't like about the fact that I risk nothing tanking with summons. And yeah, it's a resource, but it's a pretty replenish. It's not a spell. Like the Inquisitor in particular seems to get a insane amount of summons that are unrelated to spell slots, which is great. Great character design in terms of makes it a very strong summon, but it feels a little cheaty. Like, I don't mind having a couple like pets like the leopard, but the summons just feel bad. They feel bad, chat. Honestly, at this point, I can't say we're building optimized parties or anything else. I can say we're building parties that make me happy. Alright, I could treat this shit. It does seem reasonable. Or I could just delay poison communal and ignore that entirely. What is this radius, by the way? Oh, it's centered. 30-foot burst. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Alright, Big Thad. Do this.
May I see your
No.
entrails, please?
Crazy inflated stats? That doesn't sound like pets to me. Alright, Miklas needs to scoot the fuck over again. Stop getting attacked by the spider, you know? And I guess it's more acid bombs for Mama. Okay. Alright, more Bane. Dump some more Bane in there. I got 3 summons still up. There's also this really ugly kind of space requirement in this game for melee. There's been a couple times we haven't had enough room to get our melee in. It's just, Inquisitor is fine. It seems like a strong class, but it hasn't been a fun class particularly for me. My favorite part about it is actually Bit of Luck, but Bit of Luck is a domain, and I think I get this back on the Deliverer when we build the Deliverer Slayer. I think I get a domain, right? So we'll just do that instead. It seems much better. All right, is Thad still buff right now? Blessing the Faithful, one more round. Okay. could accuracy buff someone like Miklas. Just AoE healing here. Can't remember if we have fatigue on him as well. We don't. I think I would enjoy learning another D&D rule set right now. I don't think I would like to learn another D&D rule set at the moment. I think I can spend a couple days on this one. This one had a lot of upfront learning. I'm getting a little bit more familiar with the character creation part of it, which lets me do things like touch slightly more complicated classes and not feel like I'm just totally out of my depth, which is nice. I've got a Wand of Shitbane. I could use the shitty Wand of Shitbane. Not gonna hit anyone. I was essentially using an action to do nothing, but I guess they could fail. The will save is their lowest stat. Right. Double success.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Don't know what he delivers. Delivers the wrath of God through his arrows. Each of the gods has a lot of wrath in this game. The spider is low HP. Goes next. We could bomb it to death. Die, spider, die. Yeah, spider, get fucked up. There's that one guy in chat who hadn't played the game, is like, you're not gonna be able to handle it, filthy. And he was here. That's good. Alright, do we want to grease the spider? Do we want to laugh at the spider? I don't think I can laugh at the spider. I think the spider has 8 eyes, 8 legs, and 8 brain cells, so we can't laugh at it. Feels kind of bad. What just happened here? He just critical hit our cleric. Fuck off, spider. Fuck off. Alright. I think we're going to set up for a Bane attack next round. Go gadget wolves. Amazing. So excited by them. As cleric, we'll back up. And we could heal so we don't go down, or I could just accuracy buff Thaddeus some more. Better. Use our range group, our duration buff for that one. Extra duration one.
Die, die, die!
I would love to fix that problem. I don't know how to fix that problem on the two-hander fighter. I guess when we get higher BAB, we'll get more attacks and it won't feel so swingy if Thaddeus hits versus doesn't hit. But that's the one thing I don't like about the fighter at the moment, is that I don't like that all of their damage. It's a roll or nothing every single round with one roll. Makes it really swingy. Hits very hard. Alright, Miklas doing all of our damage here. Oh, not move, just back up, bro, back up. And then cast Acid Bomb. Easy 4. Never a doubt. Alright, last Bane Strike with precision.
Aim carefully.
Easy 15. On the huge archer. We're not building the huge archer. The huge archer was for someone else. They can certainly discuss that. I just wanted to give them a rough idea of the build that we were talking about before I walked away, before they tried to build on their own kind of deal. So
Let the attack commence.
yeah, the 3 we're building today. So we won't be here for this one heart, one mind. That's okay, man. I'll try to take a look. 3 we're building today are the Earth Kineticist. I'm gonna need some help with that because I don't understand any of the pieces that work in that yet. We're gonna be rebuilding Thad to get rid of half orc, because fuck half orc. And then we're gonna try the Intimidate Slayer Archer, which sounds fun. And we can move Intimidate off of Thad, keep Thad as a cleave/crit spec reach fighter, which sounds like it should be big numbers fun. Be chat's champion to go with the world's most boring cleric. More swinging.
Attack.
Alright, nice hits. Spider tanking us for days. All the wolves miss because fuck these wolves. I mean, the only good thing about the summons in this game thus far is I don't have to control them. The summoned wolves not being under my control makes it so much nicer. They're not as powerful because of that, but I don't have to do anything with them, which makes it worthwhile. Do we need to heal anyone? Not really. I guess we're accuracy buffing. Is Thad worn through his buff yet? He's got another round. Accuracy buff. Bomber, I guess. Yeah. Summoner's poison. We have communal delay poison on, so I'm not too worried about it, right? Be doing anything right now. Temporary immune to poison. Any poison in the system does not affect the subject until the spell's duration. Yeah.
May I see your entrails, please?
Easy for which characters are we getting rid of? We're getting rid of the Alchemist, we're redoing Thaddeus, and we're getting rid of the Inquisitor. The Alchemist was close. I think there was a variation of the Alchemist which I liked. Basically, we would have had to rebuild her anyways. I fucked up the stats on her. She really needs to be doing strength damage out of her bow and using enlarge, which required we can't have full dumped strength on her. We're gonna have to give up some of the like extra wisdom and probably a little bit of con on her to get strength up to a reasonable level. This looks like how that character actually functionally ends up working, which would be fine. And I wasn't against that, but we don't. If we get rid of the Inquisitor, we need an off tank. If we get an off tank, like, we have to move the pieces, and I can't keep the Grenadier Archer in here and pick up the Slayer Intimidate Archer and keep Thaddeus change. So basically, we juggle some pieces, and the Grenadier has to go for the team comp.
Behead.
I guess if this were pen and paper, like, that player would just insist on continuing to play that, and then the team would be salty with him. But we'll see. Alright, I mean, the spider is insanely fucking tanky for a random encounter. Thank God this isn't like 3 of these spiders, because as we're going right now, we're winning, but we're winning mostly on the fact that we can roll 20s eventually. I guess I'm a bit of lucking Thaddeus. Do we actually get damage in here? Kind of sad days. There's some fucking damage. Fairy Fire isn't a spell that I'm aware of in this game, but it doesn't do it either. Glitter Dust does not remove this blur, so this blur may be removable in some way that I'm not aware of yet, like spell magic that I don't have or something. But we can't get rid of the concealment, annoyingly. That's the DM for more grenades. Yep, that could be it. We're out of any sort of resource that does anything here. Kind of fucking irritating. I guess I could treat the poison. Alright. Let's take a look what we're working with here. Easy sneak attack damage. Thaddeus almost down. I don't know how that spider's reaching us there, but apparently spider's fucking fine. With reach here. That's a bit of luck, Thad. Wait. What just happened? The spider just attacked me for casting bit of luck? Oh, okay. Sure.
Let the attack commence!
This concealment, rip. Alright, we have True Strike active. My next single attack roll. Huh, you're not affected by a mischance that applies to attackers trying to hit a concealed target. I've never read that second part of True Strike. I only ever read tooltips 2/3 of the way through, so that's at the last third. I was kind of wondering, though, how it worked with Rapid Fire. Rapid Fire is 2 rolls, right? Your next single attack roll. This is probably just a single hit here, then. I mean, we could take 2, then, because the first one is going to be at +20. We're going to hit with it anyways. And presumably it applies on the first one, but not the second. Alright, fine. Only 1 roll. Isn't it 2 rolls to attack twice with Rapid Fire? Take a look. That looks like... Alright, we hit. Yeah, no, that's two. That's definitely 2 attacks, and the buff was only on the first one, which is fine. All right, Mama Spider, it's time to die and stop hitting my fucking people, okay? I don't know what their reach is, but their reach is apparently fucking ridiculous. That would be something I would love this game to do slightly better. Would be show me the hit boxes of the hit locations of the enemy, so I can see where they can hit me from. You occasionally get auto like counterattack when you're not expecting it, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
May I see your entrails, please?
Fucking blur spider here's taking his sweet time dying. I mean, I guess we might as well roll on these, right? We're gonna be only hitting on
I'll loot your
20s anyways. Large creature, all large have 10 reach. I'm not, like, I don't give a shit why it's able to do that. That's not my complaint. My complaint is the interface doesn't do a very good job of showing me where that is. Like, the only way I can do it is essentially what I'm doing here, is I have to walk out of its attack range to see where that is. It should be like a highlight. I should be able to fucking hover the enemy and see where it can attack, because that way I could make decisions about that. So it's not a particularly large enemy on the screen. It might be a large enemy. It says size large. I believe that size large is 10, but I can't do something like turn on an overlay that shows me 10 foot, for example. There's a lot of ways you could implement it so I could see that information visually and not just get attacked there, right? So again, it is totally possible to enjoy a game, to be very complimentary of it in general, but also to have complaints. And one of my complaints is it does not do a very good visual job of showing me attack range of my opponents. What are we doing? Brackets? Sure.
Burn!
I don't give a shit that it has 10 range. I just want to be able to understand that it has 10 range and see that easily.
Stab their backs.
It's taking us our sweet time to kill this guy. As I said, imagine if he did any damage. Like if this thing was like that spider we encountered in the dungeon that had the electricity attack, that was like an AoE electricity attack, I think we'd be dead. I think spider would win the round. Ooh, did not mean to move into the spider's zone of control. Awkward.
Die, die, die!
I mean, maybe die, or maybe just tank.
Cover me.
All right, chat. Whatever this class is, would take one of these as our tank. It's holding off a group of optimized characters, soloing them. I guess we're gonna start true stacking because what else are we gonna do? Fucking hit the thing. What's the spider's DR? 10. Minus 10 to everything. So I guess, although I look like I'm in the same spot where my summoner is getting hit, I'm probably at 11 as opposed to 10, because if I mouse over here, it doesn't show the spider attacking me. So I guess I'm out of reach range, but it looks like I'm in reach range. You know, visual bugs or visual information there would be really nice. Yeah. All right, Thaddeus. Spider needs to die in my lifetime, okay?
Let the attack commence.
That's an 8. That's not gonna. All right, Niablis. Punch it. Work. He hasn't hit a single time. To be fair, the fucking spider's AC is 31. It's not surprising we're not getting a lot of hits, but. It's his attack roll. Spider has plus 22 attack. Still rolling okay. I mean, our AC is 34. We did precision here, right? Okay, so we want to attack. We will get counterattacked here. Not counterattack, but it could attack us if it wanted to. Easy 7. That's the first time we've hit in 4 rounds though or something, so this is round 16 of the fight. kind of wild crazy. Right, I assume Thaddeus's buff is gone. Yeah, okay.
May I see your entrails, please?
Something here.
I'll loot your corpse.
Dude just downs our tank, no problem. Hits him 3 rounds in a row. Fuck off. I guess we step back. I'm streaming? Yeah. If you're ever curious what my streaming schedule is, exclamation point SC, or just scroll down. Should give you access to both those things. Alright. Easiest spider fight of the day. It's nice. Concealment's a strong buff. The problem is that we don't know which level of concealment it was. Concealment comes in at like 20, 25, and 50 or something, or 20 and 50 or something. So that was probably 50% concealment. I think it's 20 and 50. I don't think it's 25. Isn't blur 20? Read. Who's got blur? We're only half buffed too, because half our buffs weren't there. Yeah, blur is 20. That's probably 20 and 50, but maybe enemies are 25 and 50 or something. I don't know. Okay. Not minimize the game. Let's be happy with our glorious spider fight. Chat, that was 180 experience. Or another way to look at that is, you know, we only need 23,000 experience for this level, so that bad. You're watching all the character building streams, you ended up re-rolling the campaign. Tell me why. Were you making character changes, or what was your thought? Where are we going, by the way? We want to go this way. You like to begin resting, I guess. Use rations. We're going back to home right now. I'm not planning on clearing any maps. We can be quicker by using rations. That seems fine. Okay. Hold on. What I want to do first, I want to change up my cleric spellbook. I do eventually, but not now. I want to change it when we respec. I guess we are. Never mind resting. How do I rest? Okay, R for rest probably. Manage rations, shepherd's pie, rest, and resting. Want to tell me what enemy difficulty? You could check one of the 2 commands in the title that includes info about the game, because we have a screen cap of the difficulty we're playing on. Nice. I guess, yeah, a lot of people are saying that. I'm really glad to hear that. The game's fun. All right, we're gonna move down this way while scouting. Out the other side of the river, we're looking for passes as well as a way back here. The ruined watchtower available? I don't really know what we're supposed to be doing campaign wise right now. So that is across the river here. Maybe we cross down here and move along the way here. It's reasonable. Another random encounter. I don't know if we can deal with that. Random encounter is probably a fucking spider. Yeah, I think the game is more fun. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, it's a storyline encounter. All right. The storyline is what happens if your tank is not buffed and gets attacked by a tripping wolfhound, trollhound. Ferocious trollhounds. If I were DM, all of my enemies would be called that. I don't know. They'd be like, it would just be like ferocious troll dog. And then it would be a troll bear. And then it would be a troll werebear. All the enemies essentially would be trolling you, is what I'm getting at. I just find that this is an extremely amusing name to me, that troll is built into it. Presumably it means the regeneration part, yeah. But if these dogs are just set up to, it'd be ridiculous. Alright. I bet you she has plot armor. E, maybe. So we're not buffed right now. We should consider getting some buffs out. It's going to be a pain to do that in melee right now. Barakas is our EK. So our disabler, we could try lubing some trollhounds. One wonders how resistant to lube they are. Reflex +9 isn't amazing for us, but it's okay. Can I walk up there without... Oh, I'm gonna walk right by this guy. Alright. A bit scary. Now, if I don't care about that unit, I could just grease these two and not move forward. Seems okay too. I don't want to move forward, I want to move back. So if I can cast this from here, which I think I can. Excellent. Then we walk up away so we don't have to get bitten by these things. Hello, Rocky Bruise. That guy doesn't give a shit about grease. Dude, this is not good. Okay, both of our 2 melee who are downed already. Alright, this would be a really solid choking gas. So they don't, I guess I have to wait for this guy though. Alright, so we delay till after that guy. What we're trying to do is set up a choking cloud so I can stand up without getting attack of opportunity. Yeah, in case that happens. Critical hit on the down Niablis. Niablis out for the fight right now. Not ideal. Okay. Two saved, one failed. So only one of them is disabled. That one. Not good. That cannot stand up here. Will die. It looks terrible for us. Where's our caster? Here? Alright. Get some summons out. This is being caught flat-footed, I guess, where they roll higher than us in initiative, as well as when none of our buffs are up. Figure out what we're going to do about that type of encounter. It's quite a scary encounter. I wish it would... I mean, I thought the point of targeting the specific location is it would target the specific location. I'd rather it backfilled there, because what I was actually trying to do is set up people to maybe take hits for Thaddeus there. Doesn't look like it's going to, though. It was kind of bad. Alright, hopefully this thing is very tanky, because I'm not going to be able to perform any rescue missions over there until, Is that a 5 foot? No, they're both full moves. Okay. Alright, so are we going to try to get this guy up? I don't think so. I think we're just going to spend some fucking spell resources. Feels like a prayer moment to me. Okay. Yes, good. You protect
Is all
us.
this blood mine? Never thought I had that much.
Bad not get. Oh, I mean, the only downside of this is she just went right as I'm gonna fucking grease this area. Wait, what? What? Did it just pull it off my bar? No, 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 no. Don't pull it off the fucking bar. Cast it. This is your signature move. Lubricate! Oh, she's immune. Well, that's fine then. Yeah? Not immune, fell over. Okay. But I believe we just gave Thaddeus the ability to stand up without getting boned by these guys. Kind of what we wanted, right? Yoink. Fuck out of here. Work that. Managed to not fall down for a round. You are the world's greatest fighter thug. Alright, I think more gas attacks here make a lot of sense. Well, they're downed right now. Could try something else. People get minus reflex saves, chat, for being greased. Probably. Is it acid or fire to shut them off? Great. Killed that one. So that one must have actually been really low HP. They must not have a lot of HP. 46, they don't have a lot of HP. Okay. Now their regeneration's turned off. We can kill them. Do we send any buffs this round? No. Let's go ahead and throw out a bless. Okay. Don't really want Summoner taking damage here. Good work, Leopard. Leopard damage dealer on this team now. Thaddeus can retire. Alright, group healing is okay. Diablos can't stand up here if we get him, and he will get hit again. So group healing is a little less good because it hits Diablos, which is kind of a stupid thing. I might be able to move in such a way as to... I mean, what's her health? She's at like 9/10 health. She's probably okay. I think I can heal by backing away from Diablos. Goes to like there. A little bit more. A little bit less. Wait, what? Am I mousing the wrong thing? Perfect. Alright. Yeah. Maracus. 2 up. Neither disabled right now. Good relube. Like our strongest play. Yeah. Thaddeus, unbuffed, but can get in there for some damage. Important. Diablos is down though. Is anyone gonna tank for us? I mean, no. Summons. Well, not yet. Rip summons. Really soon though. Alright, more acid in there seems to be the play. We'll delay. We'll delay till... I don't even know. There. Good, attacking the wolf. Perfect. Down, but I don't want to move over that. Happy to attack there. Can we 5-foot it in full attack? Yeah, we can. Fantastic. Alright. Heal is fine, I think. We got Bless out, right? We can delay. What would we be delaying till after the caster at the very least? I don't want to stand up in that shit. Okay. There was a class I was looking at. I think it might have been one of the duelists, either duelist or like the other one, the something like Swordmaster or something, that had some ability where I could stand up without being attack of opportunity. It felt like the best ability ever. I was trying to find a feat for that, but I couldn't. Seems so solid. Should we try to kill these things? I guess we should try to kill these things. All right, let's acid attack that guy. All right, Summoner is gonna be waiting. Still there, I guess. Hoping they fall over from grease. Alright, this thing's low. Could cleave it. We don't have finishing cleave. We might as well cleave it. Thaddeus occasionally rolling nicely. Great. Wait, why wouldn't you just now throw the acid like I asked you? Did I just select an ability that was in range for this thing? Okay, another game complaint. No reason that it shouldn't have just normal moved and done this. I told it to do an ability that it was able to reach from a more normal action. Instead, it took a 5-foot walk towards it, and I'm now out of range of my fucking bomb.
Stab their backs.
Trolley fucking game, alright? Stand up. Do I have any wolves left? Yeah, I got one. Can we touch Thaddeus from here? Yeah. Okay. Right, what else could we do in here? Do we have any buffs left? No. Do we need to buff? No. We could probably just buff her accuracy and she'd probably just fucking destroy this thing. I can't cast that on her. Wonder why. Ally problems. Destroyed it anyways. Just gotta get that regen off of it. So any acid attack should do that. It is downed, which is kind of annoying. Enough. Well, Azamar, today you've helped the Duio Meerkat, whatever the fuck it is. Mercat. Weo Mercer Cat. All right, she doesn't forget. That's good because I can't pronounce her name. All right. Nice. Everyone's alive. Niablos had a good nap during this fight. We have to talk to her. Or is she gone? She's gone. Okay, cool. All right, let's heal up Niablos. And let's move on. Guess we should treat this too. I think we decided that treating didn't do anything in the end. Maybe it does. Okay. I can loot these, presumably. So we can skin trollhounds. Nice. Trollhound hides actually worth quite a lot. Nice. Alright, let's get out of here. You think this is... No, it just looks like a random encounter board. It's the character we can talk to. No, it's a summoned wolf. I think she's gone. So we saved her from an ambush that she looked like she could solo. That's good. That's the best way you want to make allies. You want them to be indebted to you for something that you didn't actually do. Perfect. Alright, we're headed back down via the river route. Scouting fords. Overgrown pool. Would be very exciting later. New. Respecking first. Bandit camp. Look at this. Oh my god, we should have gone west. There's 3 locations all in a row. Real close to town. That's phenomenal. This is what scouting gets us. Very nice. Yeah. Alright, chat. Are you guys ready for the first set of respecs of the day? Alright. God.
I feel tired.
Almost went around. Ooh. Resting. To the location. We have some pretty high perception scouts, I think. Alright, actually I think that's a good idea. Do I have mods in channel right now? I think Idadiki's in channel. Do you know how to do predictions, Idadiki, or do you want me to set it up? I don't mind either way. But I think that would be funny. Do you think this will take more or less than 2 hours? That's the poll we're setting up. You guys have a chance to win some channel points. Over under 2 hours. Okay, let me give you full information. Full information. Thank you, Alware. No, not per character. This is total. Now, here's what we have to do. We have 3 characters to create, 2 of which should be fairly quick, 1 which should probably be a little bit slower, but still hopefully fairly quick rather. And then we need to edit the save file to reimburse ourselves the money for respecking these. Okay. All right. That's what we have to do. Can Filthy Robot restrict himself to this taking 2 hours? Or are we going over 2 hours? Under, over. You hit 2 hours exactly, the poll is canceled and refunded. Okay. All right. Green square. Respects our tavern, actually. Well, here's your betting. Betting. Now, I've given you all the information. But I want this, don't give him 5 minutes to vote on this. Give him like 3 minutes if you have Idadiki, because I want to start this and I don't want to give any more information past that. We've given the information that's relevant to this. Okay. Idadiki's setting it up right now. It'll be up in a second. All right, so you guys want me to talk through what we're doing again? Okay, we're doing 3 things. The Inquisitor needs to go. The problem with the Inquisitor is, although I like the Inquisitor chassis just fine, I find summons a little bit exploitive and really boring. And the big one is not that they're too strong or too weak from my perspective, it's that they're really boring, the summons. Our summons right now, you know, our character's gonna get stronger. These characters are like I think this character's just come online basically. They're level 5, which means they get summon tactics, which means my summons get my pack feats. My first pack feat is Precise Strike, which is damage bonus. The next one we pick up is Outflank. At right here. And Outflank gives everyone +2 accuracy. All the summons gives the tactician herself, because she gets all the teamwork feats and she treats all allies as having them. And then all of our summoned allies actually do have them. So Outflank would have given Thaddeus accuracy, OP Summoner accuracy, and all of her summons accuracy. Now it's only 2 accuracy, but it's still 2 accuracy. It's pretty good. Anyways, so her stuff was going to get better post level 5. So maybe our wolves start hitting someday. Thanks, Idadiki. But at the moment, they don't fucking do anything. Right now, right now they're meat shields, and the meat shields are great, but it's so boring. Like, this is a passive here, this one. You guys probably don't even know I had this, where strength and constitution for the duration of the summon spells, which makes them tankier. But they still die in 1 hit to pretty much everything. This is more summons if we cast a lower level summon, so we don't even get to cast our top tier summon because we have to cast 1 down, so we get multiples, and we get multiples plus 1 that way. The summon that's at your level summons 1. The summon 1 below your level is like 1d3 plus 1 off of superior summoning. And you don't get the superior summoning off of a single cast. So both these things are like passives that really haven't been doing, haven't been very impactful up till now. So it's just, anyways. And you had to take spell conjuration. It's a tax feat to actually cast summon specialization. So what have we been getting from our girl? She's been a like off buffer for the same spells the cleric can cast. We've been getting Touch of Luck, but Touch of Luck is actually a domain thing. No, it's a religious domain, not a Inquisitor ability. And all this Inquisitor shit has been essentially summon disposable HP tanks. And I'm not happy enough with that. Yes, and skill monkey. That is fair. We have to be a little bit careful with our skill monkeying, because when we planned out our 6 guys originally, we had all the skills covered, and now as we keep changing them piecemeal, we're hurting some of our ability for that. All right, is the prediction 24 seconds left on this? Okay, so I'll talk. So we want to get rid of her. I hate half orc. This was my first attempt at playing with half orc. I think the ability becomes entirely useless. The problem with half orc is twofold, right? The first is that we took half orc for intimidating, but I'm going to move the intimidation off the fighter onto an archer. Is what we're going to try with that. So the intimidation bonus from half orc doesn't become useful if I'm not doing that here anymore. And the second part is orc ferocity is a huge scam. The part of this is actually the scam is he can fight on for 1 more round as if disabled. That's the part that's the problem. It is a little bit annoying that like they backdoor us for HP, total HP all the time, because the character is still considered a target even when they're at 0 HP, because they don't go down, and because they don't go down and they're at 0 HP, the enemies keep attacking them and it will push you out the back door, which means we have to rest more often at town, which is really, really annoying. That in of itself is bad, but then it's doubly bad because they don't actually get my character. Like the whole point of this, I thought, was we can keep fighting for an extra round, but fighting as disabled is like half actions, which is crap. Prediction is finished 300k that you take 2 hours. Hilarious. Okay. All right. So let's do the character specking. So let's do that now. So we're gonna fix the orc, and then finally we're gonna get rid of the alchemist. The alchemist is fine. We were gonna respec the alchemist anyways to kind of maximize the bow damage build. We dumped too much strength, but I can't fit the alchemist in if we're also going to bring back the Slayer Archer. So we're keeping the boring healing correct. The boring healing is just fine. So. All right, that's what we're fixing. So let's get in here. Yeah. Let's start with the easy fix. I think the easiest fix here is going to be, the easiest one we're going to do, I think, is the archer. Dude, it's up to 20k. All right. We're going to have to edit the save file multiple times if I do it this way. Hold on. How do we do it then instead? I think what we do is I probably add the gold first, right? So okay. So what I do is so we're at 34841, and I'm refunding the last 10k gold we spent on respecs. So I'm gonna place us afterwards at 44841 gold. Okay. And meanwhile, I'm just gonna edit the fucking save file, and then
A new subscriber. Come, steal yourself. We are building an army.
Thanks for the gifted sub, Kellerk. Welcome, Carbon Disarm. Would a cheat mod make it easier? Possibly, but I'm just gonna edit the file because I know how to do that, and I'm just gonna add like I'll just add like 200k gold or some variation of that, and then after we do all the character edits, we'll just modify it back to the amount of gold. I think I can set party gold, right? Is what I'm doing here. So all right, let's do that then. I haven't done this yet, so I'm sure nothing could go wrong. We just made a save. Let's take a look at what this will be. I think this is the simplest way to do that. I looked at some of the mods, but 2 of the mods were outdated, and it just seemed like, let's not go down that route. Where am I trying to go? I know where I'm trying to go. Let's go find it. All right. Here's name. App data. Local low. I know you guys can't see this. But Owlcat Games, Pathfinder, Kingmaker, saved games. Called that one gold edits. Great. Open that with 7-zip. And then head to the player.json file. Awesome. Open that. Oh no, it doesn't open. Okay. That does not have an app associated with. Okay, but I can choose which one it will open with. It open with a. I have open inside, open outside, view and edit. I guess if I go to edit, I can get it with the. I want to choose the file. Yeah, but I want to. It's currently default opening with Notebook. I want to open it with Notebook++. I guess I can open the file first, then target it directly. Maybe figure out if I can fucking do that. The file corrupt? No. I don't want to. Maybe I will show this. We'll see. I don't want to keep black screen up for extended periods of time where it's just a black screen and me. I could make giant filthy. Hey, webkit. Fucking up. All right. Does this count towards respec time? Of course it counts towards respec time. Are you beginning to worry that you voted wrong? I mean, hey, I gave you all the information, including that we'd be doing respecs and with cache. I need to retarget that location annoyingly. App data. Local Owlcat Studios. Kingmaker. Saved games. See the inside of the fucking file like this. The quick change, don't have to do it. I can just do it with regular Notepad. Notepad++ gives you, there it is. Oh, I've got, oh wait, why can I edit with on that screen, but I can't edit with from the inside the file. It's really annoying. Yeah. I've never tried to do this where I 7-zip a, like this file is some weird like file that like acts like a zipped file, but isn't really. All right, let's find it. I'm looking for the search string was. Money? Is it called money or is it called gold? I see money. All right, I see it. It's really simple. Okay, cool. So it should only take me like maybe 2 to 3 hours. All right, we're gonna edit this to what, 100K for now, and then come back. Did I use commas? I just deleted it without checking if there was commas in there. Fuck. All right, edit undo. Yeah, no commas. Okay. All right. File save. Go wrong. Okay. Modified? Yes. Do you want to update in the archive? Okay. Okay. Close that. Let's see. Did it work? This will be our first check, chat, if it worked or not. We're respecing the whole game now? Yeah, there's a couple balance changes we're going to make. We're just going to do that by modifying the JSON files. Shouldn't take long. All right. Let's see if it worked. It didn't work. We're in some trouble. What's the number one party drain? Is it the, is it consumables? You needing a lot of healing potions? Is the mage a little greedy and he keeps needing scrolls? No, it's the respecs. The perpetual respecs. Easy game, chat. 100K gold. Okay. Now we can do some respecs, and when we're done respecing, we'll reset our party gold to what we had. Problem solved. Now we get to do respecs for free. That wasn't a headache. I was learning. I think this is going to be easier. What I'm worried about is unupdate. This game's a little bit old, so a lot of the mods are not updated, and there was a patch not too long ago that broke a fuck ton of mods. So I'm worried about mods not working properly and mod conflict. So you can also lose game files and sometimes games from mod conflict that you don't know about that breaks your saves, etc. I'd rather, like, just changing a JSON is so much fucking easier than a mod for something as simple as that. Now, if I'm trying to do a bunch of things, yeah, maybe I need to get involved in the mod stuff, right? Okay. The other thing, Itadiki, is we need to know what time that started so we can make sure the people who voted under 2 hours lose all their money. Let's take a look. Respecking here. Cost you 5K per respec, so there's up to, no, it shouldn't cost me shit. I don't want there to be all right, you choose your own difficulty in this game. You can change a bunch of variables. My kind of thought process on respecs is I'm not respecking my guys on a moment-to-moment basis because I'm looking for what's most powerful at that level. I'm respecking my guys because I'm learning the system, and I don't want to restart the game every time I go, well, this character's not really doing exactly what I wanted it to. I'd prefer something else. Or this character's really boring, and I want to change it into something that I'm enjoying. I'm not going to charge myself for that when their gold has game progression value, right? Like, so I can't buy equipment that I want to use because I'm spending my gold on respecs. Fuck that. Should be free. Like, I should be able to change my mind about a system that's super complicated that I don't know very well without being penalized from it, from my perspective. And if you disagree, well, fuck you. Like, it's my game. It's my difficulty. I'll play with that. So do I think there should be opportunity cost for respecking? If you were using this in a way that essentially you're trying to min-max the game and you're like, well, at level 4, I need this, and at level 8, I need this, and at this stage in the game, I have to do this, yeah, I'd agree with you. But I'm not doing this for a difficulty modifier. I'm doing this because I don't like the characters that some of the characters we've created, and I can think of more interesting ways to do some of the characters we've created. All right. So the 3 we're looking with right now. Okay. So what are these characters? These characters aren't my characters. So this is, she's active for some reason. I want her to go away. We know who voted for what. Don't argue. It's the clock's ticking. What about 1K lol? If you really seriously want to argue that, you have to address the arguments I just presented. So I just presented arguments. I presented arguments as to why the cost is irrelevant. Because you need to now say why 1K. I think why 5K is the exact same argument as why 1K. So if you want to change that, which you're welcome to do, you need to present some arguments. I've already told you why. All right, yeah, Bliss. Thanks for the 31 months, buddy. Welcome back. All right. So who are we working with first? The Alchemist, right? So let's get rid of the Alchemist. And what is the Alchemist becoming? The Alchemist is going to become the Slayer. All right. Apparently the Slayer build got updated. I don't see where he updated this. Did he update the pinned post maybe? Arguing with chat. Letting chat understand why chat is mistaken. I like to do. Did he edit the original post? And wrong one. Not trying to upset me. You're not upsetting me. I'm telling you that if you want to, your position of 1K is equally challenged as your position of 5K by what I've said. Right? The rationale for 1K or 5K is no different here. So you're backing from 5 to 1 and still arguing that requires that you engage with what I've said. I'm not upset about it, but it just doesn't make sense yet. I have a pretty strong accuracy motivation. I like to clean up shit that's like unclear shit that's hanging around in chat. All right. We start intimidating at level 12. Seems very late for the intimidating. Just said so. It's a second thought. That was my new argument. You haven't presented an argument. You just presented a conclusion. Ready? Let me show you a conclusion versus an argument. Conclusion goes, you're an idiot. Okay? The argument for that is you build up the steps of why that would be true. You saying maybe we should have a 5K cost requires, that's a conclusion. You have to put the argument along the way. And I implicitly responded to your unspoken, how do I say this? I responded to your implicit argument, right? With the 5K option, which was, I don't think respecking should be a cost at all. Because I think it's essentially a unnecessary penalty to people trying to learn and have fun with the game. If you were to try to min-max your progress based on respecking for the content, then yeah, there maybe should be a cost associated with that. If you want to back down from 5K to 1K, you still have to justify why there should be anything at all, and you haven't done that. You haven't responded to my point yet. So you're more than welcome to, but you haven't yet. Chat optimization for this? Maybe. We can take a look at this. So how do I link? Can I link a Discord post? I don't know if I can. You guys can find it in the D&D channel. It's a pinned post. I'm looking at One Heart, One Mind's Intimidate Archer here. You know what riles me up? Chat, you're missing the point. I'm not riled up. I'm trying to teach. All right, what are we making our Intimidate Archer look like? This looks like an Intimidate Archer face to me, right? Right. Okay, what are we doing with this? This is a half-elf. Okay. I like the idea of half-elf. Half-elf is adaptability, right? No, skill focus. Okay. Wait, can't you get skill focus as a human? So what are we getting as half-elf over human here? Don't we just lose skills by going half-elf? We get 2 to perception and 2 to racial saving throw against enchantment spells. Skill focus getting higher at 1 skill? Okay. Isn't there a skill focus feat though? It's not called skill focus or something? Human is getting more skills. Sure. No, I'm not getting anything. Okay. Those of you who voted under 2 hours are insane, by the way. All right. I'll try to explain my question here, Joas, right? So we get a feat as human. I know there's a feat in there that gives you plus skill, plus to a specific skill. So the goal, I'm sure, of the half-elf is essentially focusing persuasion, right? Focusing persuasion for better intimidate. All makes sense to me. But if the human one can get this same feat that's free as the half-elf one, and the human and this half-elf stat block are identical, which they aren't what I'm getting then is essentially skilled, which is an additional skill every time I level up, compared to keen senses and elvish immunity. Is there also a spec? Humans get that same spec. So what I'm asking essentially is, yeah. So that is the comparison we're making. We're comparing skilled to these two. Right. Two perception's fine, but this character's not going to be doing it, right? I guess it really depends. What's the Slayer? What's the Slayer number of skills, chat? How many skills does Slayer get? Humans get +2 to 1 stat. Half-elves get +2 to 1 stat and then +2 to another. Do they? I don't think half-elves get another +2. Yeah, they don't. There's the same number of stats between them. So that's wrong. All right, I'd like this question answered, chat. How many, what's the difference? What's the difference? What's Slayer's starting stats? I guess we can make this decision in a second, because what we actually need is then essentially what we get out of Slayer. We're going to try this Deliverer Slayer. 3 skill points per level. Okay, so it's 3 minus half the... We're going to dump int on this character, right? So it's probably 3 minus 1. So we're probably getting 2. So human probably brings it up to 3. What skills do we care? I mean, we'll do that in a second. I think we don't care necessarily, but we'll look. All right, so choose deity. I think I just want something that gives me luck domain. I don't think there's any specialty adjusted for this. But I think we want luck domain. The 3 domains that looked good to me were luck, nobility, and there's like a movement domain. I can't remember what it's called. Y Deliverer. We'll get there. Yeah, Travel was the other one. Those were the ones that sounded good to me. Is there anything we care about here? Like, we get... What are Slayer proficiencies? Slayer's proficient with all simple and martial weapons. We already have bows. It doesn't really matter. So the two things we're actually deciding on, I'll try to show you guys, show you where we're going with this. If I just select one of these, I think we can get to domains. Maybe I don't get domains. Do I not get domains? Is this fucking... Or does it just... Is it just... This is just the deity. There's no... Wait, I don't even get those? How do I know I get domains? What's the fucking point of an alignment? It's just a weapon spec? Oh, that makes me sad. That means we're giving up something I enjoyed on my character. A class page. Domain at 1 or something? Alright, so we don't. Only alignment restrictions. So we need a... We're trying to do lawful good, right? Is the plan with this? For maximum, like, wheels. So we need something that has any of the good ones. We care about any weapon that we want to spec on this character. Are there any, like, fancy bows that we can get that we wouldn't normally have? Martial weapons gives us pretty much everything except exotics, right? Is there an exotic weapon that shows up here? Like an exotic range weapon? Yes, the alignment restrictions matter in Pathfinder to some degree. It matters in your main character, and it matters for some apparently equipments that you can get in the game, and also matters for the Slayer ability. So the Slayer ability here is, like, it's damage dice somewhere. I think it's this one. At level 10, we get damage dice versus things that are 2 steps away from us on the wheel. Archer choose Aristal. I think that's probably a heuristic, and it's probably useful for a lot of people, but I don't think it's particularly useful for us, right? We already have proficiency with the longbow. So I don't know that did favored weapon do anything besides proficiency? It probably doesn't, right? So yeah, we can get lawful good out of here, but there's a million things that are giving us lawful good. Not getting anything interesting, so it really doesn't matter. That's the hardest type of decision to make, is the decision that doesn't matter. Does favored weapon get a bonus in Slayer? I don't think so. We could take it in case it does, in case there's some text I'm missing somewhere. What would that be? It should be, if it is, it should be compared to the deity stuff. So we should be able to compare Slayer here, which is these three, which is just study target progression, Slayer talent progression, and sneak attack at that rate. I think the Deliverer is very similar. Slayer talent start at 4, progression is at 5, sneak attacks at 3. So what we actually give up, we actually give up Slayer talents. Going Deliverer. By how many? 1. Huh. And we no longer actually get a fucking domain bonus. 1, right? Get it at 2, and the other one gives us at 4. We also lose at 10. Oh, there's a fucking staggered blow there. Shit. The regular Slayers get everything? Are we sure we want to go Deliverer for this? Is there some advantage to this? I think it might just be generic Slayer, right? It's 2 feats, and we're feats short on this. And they're 2 early feats. 10 and 2 is super fucking early. We don't need it for bow proficiency. 2d6 is good for 1 feat. We just decided it was 2 feats. I mean, we can get 1d6 of those back immediately off of a sneak attack feat that triggers all the time, not just on holy enemies, if we were real inclined for that. And 1d6 dice of damage isn't that important, especially if we're looking at feat progression for an Intimidate archer that wasn't going to get it till 12. Can't we now get this at 8 instead of 12, which is a huge difference on when Intimidate comes online? What's the level 2 feat description? I think all of these are Slayer feats, and aren't Slayer feats the ones that cheat because they don't have prereqs? Yeah. What do they deliver specs? What are you looking for? You want to know what these do? Any round in which to deliver an attacks opponent whose alignment's 2 steps away. He gains +2 bonus on will saving throw against that opponent's abilities. So you have to attack it. And actually, this is the Die Hard feat. Die Hard feat is a fucking scam. Because Die Hard feat makes you like the orc. This is awful. No, you can't speed up Intimidate on this build without taking a ton of extra feats since you're taking them as combat style feats to bypass prerequisites. Why doesn't that speed that up on this build? This build is sped up because we get one at 2 and one at 10, and the Slayer doesn't. The Deliverer doesn't. The Deliverer misses its 10th one, which I didn't know about, and misses its 2nd one. I mean, we lose advanced talent here. Advanced rogue talent. What is this, chat? I don't really know what an advanced rogue talent is. So there's the 2d6 we get. So it's not exactly 2d6 for those 2 talents, because we get this instead. Slayer gets the advanced rogue talent anyways? Well, fuck that, it is, exactly. Okay, well, we're irrelevant for that. Yeah, I think what just killed it for me was I was expecting to get the benefits of a domain out of the deity selection, and we didn't. Rip damage? I just explained why it's not rip damage. Alright. Good talk, chat. Good talk. We're going back to a Slayer. We started with a Slayer. I guess we're going back to one. Okay. Ability scores. Are we at the 2-hour mark yet? I feel like I'm doing my due diligence. 14. I'm interested in seeing this. Dex. 19. 12, 10, 10. 12, 10, 10, 14. Ah, we have run out of ratio. One heart. We've run out of stat points here, bro. Okay. I'm not quite sure how we managed to get. I'm not happy with this stat block at all. But I don't know where I'm gonna get 14. I don't know where I'm getting 4 extra stat points here. Probably built for the MC. Well, sure, but we're not building for the MC. This character's not the MC. Yeah, we will bump. We're gonna dump. I don't think there's any reason to run. There is a reason to run charisma here. We're running an Intimidate archer with 10 fucking charisma. Oh, you don't have it at 10. You have it at 14 here. Oh my god. All right. Am I being scammed by a chat build here? This is 1 heart. That was his stuff. All right. What does Ink give our Slayer? Fuck all, right? Gives us skill progression. Same with Wisdom. Wisdom doesn't give us anything except saving throws. Ooh, no big deal there, right? Go Paladin, don't be a troll. All right, so we could bring this up to the recommended 14 here. This one is really unexciting to me. Constitution. But it's a floating point, which is super awkward. Skip con. Yeah, it's certainly more likely to be able to skip con on this character. It is supposed to be a range character. Can't skip con entirely, I'm not sure, I don't think, but Alright. Looking at roughly this stat block, chat, where are we going? Not an orc. It's just an orc portrait. Intimidate makes me want to be relatively close to enemies, that's fair. So does point blank, by the way. But I can point blank people at like 15 as opposed to like point blanking them at 5. Don't go lower than 8. I wasn't planning on going lower than 10. So we are dex to hit, strength for damage, con for survivability, int for skill monkeying. This gives us 3-2 or 4-3, I guess. Hold on, you guys said I got 3 every single time, so it's half this. So it's 3-2 progression right now, right? What are the low things we care about? We care about persuasion a lot. Isn't this supposed to be half orc? How does it tell me which one to specialize? Isn't it dex for damage for longbows? No, it uses. We're not playing 5e. This is Pathfinder. So no, it's strength for damage. Dex for hit and strength for damage. Strength for damage and intimidate. Not terrible either. I don't know where we're gonna, like, these stat points don't totally work for me yet. Like, what do I do? Dump to 8? Can't even do it with dumping to 8. Can't get either of these 16. We can have a floating point here, but it's pretty sad. What if we do 18 here and axe our dex progression a little bit? Can we get anything sweet with that? Like, fill out these fucking stats. Like, I'm a little sketched out by 8. We go higher charisma? Not really. Still short stat points. Higher strength? No, same issue. Bunch of floating points doesn't really help us. All right, chat, help me with this. You thought only composite bows were strength. Are you misremembering? You're misremembering in the fact that you don't get a damage modifier at all on ranged weapons until you put something on. I don't remember exactly how the longbow works. The crossbow works 1d8, no modifiers at all. The composite bow is 1d8, add your strength modifier. I don't think your dex modifier does anything for you at all for damage. Better to axe charisma than dex. Well, this character's an intimidate archer. No, we can't dump charisma. The bonus is charisma plus strength modifiers for the intimidate. So yes, strength is better because strength is damage and intimidate, but it's not good to dump either because you want both modifiers. 14, 18, 10, 10, 10, 14. 14, 18, 10, 10, 10, 14. You want to bring each of these up too? That doesn't seem good. In particular, I don't want any higher than that. Maybe that, if we're going to do that. But that feels like a lot of wasted stats in here. Like, yeah, we'd love higher wisdom saves, but wisdom is literally only will saves for us. 19 dex and call it a day? Possibly. What is the cost for 19 dex? It's only 3 though. So the problem is actually the one floating point here. You want floating strength for what? Is that the second stat we're leveling after dex? I assume we probably never look at strength again as a stat. Right? We probably end up just placing dex since it's equal cost after creation to move dex up higher. I mean, if we had 2 floating points, clearly we'd do that. We might be able to, I guess. What does this look like when 7 is always going to be dumped there? You're thinking like this then. Keep 8 wisdom. That's reasonable. We go level 4, dex to 20. I mean, I don't know if it's worth it for 1 damage. Strength at 1 damage, 1 intimidate. Like, that would kind of work. Oh, we still have a fucking floating point though. Shit. We just run 20 dex. Okay, the build's like 2/3 of the way. Composite bow gives strength bonus as well as dex. Is longbow doing dex damage? And I'm misremembering. I don't think it is. I do remember compound doing both. 20 dex is too much. It's not much. It might be too many points for what it is, but I'm trying to figure out where we get those back. If our options are this with like floating con point, or I mean, it wasn't 5, it was 4, right? It was only 4 to do that. We get 8 back here. Is it still 4? Yeah. No, it's 3. I don't know what these. It's like I just don't know that progression yet. What can we do with 8 here? It's gonna be like something horrible like con. I mean, that looks okay too. Dump the shit out of wisdom for that. Get strength to 16, floating dex point. I mean, that's better. That's maybe the best we've seen so far. I would love to round wisdom to 8 here. Your damage is a damage dealing class, right? With low int, you'll never get skill points. So we get 2 every round on this. So the question is 2 enough? We care a lot about persuasion on this character, so 1 is always going to be dumped there. Do we need a second roll for here? Like, anyone remember what other characters do? I guess, can we hover from the attribute page? Yeah. Okay. So which characters are still alive? Characters that are still like actually going to be part of this are Niablis, What's the reason for having good strength on an archer with sneak attack? Intimidate checks. Yeah, intimidate checks and damage on bows. Evasion perception. Yeah, but can we afford to run perception on this character? Like, we got to think about our skill monkeying. So where on the rest of our skill monkeys, or rather the other characters that we're running, what are we running? We have 2 int-based characters, right? We're keeping... Yeah, is our caster Baracus right now? Fuck, I can't remember the names either. Miklas was the bomber and is going away. I think Baracus is our CC caster, right? The EK. Correct? Yeah, the guy saying I should do things is missing the backseating problem and also missing the fact that there's opportunity cost, right? Yes, if we have everyone with perception, then we don't have any other skill covered. We're not actually going any further. There's Baracus. Baracus has trickery half covered. Having a second one would be nice, but this character doesn't have that as a primary skill. We don't really care that much about stealth. I do care a lot about the 4 rolls here, and I care about perception. So our perception people right now are losing OP Summoner, who was our top perception guy. And Chat's Cleric is going to be kept, so we're going to see that. But we are probably taking a fairly large hit to our perception. I want at least, if I can fit it, I need minimum 2. Reality, I'd like 5, but reality, I'd probably get 3 perception rolls. So maybe it is. Maybe it's persuasion, perception, and we're happy enough with that. That could be fine. 2 guys relying on ranged sneak attacks sounds aggressive. Really? I don't know. I kind of like ranged sneak attacks quite a lot. It'd be an extremely flexible way of getting really good damage. I think that's okay. I could see this. The part of this I don't like is the 7 wisdom. So is there another stat build? So this realistically looks like either, I mean, the 16, 19, 10, 7, 7, 14 is interesting. Could drop a dex. What do we get if we drop a dex? So I think the strength is probably too high then, but let's say we did that. So we get 1 point there and we still got a fucking floating point here. So that's really ugly. Because at this point now, we could get better than these stats. We could get equal to these stats. By just leveling next round. Wrong place. I don't think that's good. So if I want this, where could it come from? Could lower charisma more. Does charisma get us 1 point there? Doesn't even get us the 2nd point fucking int. Interesting. Con. I don't think I want to go below 10 con. Improve will save if we go deliver. The problem with deliver was we lost that feat. So I guess we need to map feats here. We can do that. We can map the feats because we can take a look what that is. So I guess that is a decision. Wasn't the will save only versus targets you shot that round? Am I misremembering that? Because that did not seem like a very powerful will save. So we get it here. On any round in which a deliverer attacks an opponent whose alignment is at least 2 steps away from his own, or a neutral foe with no other alignment component. So that's nice. So the deliverer does give us additional damage versus just like random like neutral foes too. I didn't realize that. But we only get, it's only the opponent's abilities, isn't their saves, and we get this fucking troll feat that's worse than not having a feat. We get Die Hard feat activates. So we get 2 will save on that character only, which I don't think is going to be good enough. So this is the one we care about. Studied alignment is at least 2 steps away from deliver. Yeah, so this doesn't give us actual damage versus neutral characters either. It's always those, which is, I mean, I don't disagree that this is a nice one, but I don't know if it's better than just the Slayer. I hate the idea that we're not going to get our Intimidates online for another 2 levels. And with the way that works, when you're pushing these things back later, those levels are bigger levels, so longer periods of time in between, right? It's always the downside of multi-classing in games like this. So I don't think so. I think we want to touch it like this. You know, if the domain was, if our deity was getting us something like a weapon spec we couldn't touch otherwise, maybe. But the fact that Slayer has full martial proficiency makes it really hard to believe that that's ever fucking relevant. I don't know that I buy the Deliverer Slayer as a real Slayer. Sure, I'm wrong, but my current, or rather, I'm sure I could be wrong, but my current understanding of that doesn't make sense. Looks up Vanguard. Yeah, I mean, there could be other Slayers here. This one gets even slower progression. Bond Slayer is kind of cool. It had stuff versus big single targets. I don't know what the opportunity cost is from a Spawn Slayer to a Slayer. Looks like we lose free studied target. We lose studied target entirely. I'm not sure. Losing. That all stays the same. What do we lose as Spawn Slayer? There weapon restrictions? No. It's just we just lose Swift Study. Now Swift Study is great. I get my accuracy bonus moved to a target. Well, it's not moved. You can have multiple of these open up once, but it's only personal accuracy. And we already generate free transfers of that if we ever sneak attack. Which means if we go first on a surprise round, we get sneak attack, auto study on that. And if we were ever shooting into a flank target, then we also get auto study on that. What do we pick up? Bond Slayer specializes in fighting against larger single targets at 5th, 10th, and 15th. Bonus on weapon attack rolls and damage rolls. 5th level of target is large or larger. Tell me how much. Look, that's not even English. The bonus on at 5th, 10th, 15th, and 20th levels, the bonuses on weapon attack rolls and damage rolls, as do the DCs of the Slayer's abilities against the studied target. That's the full sentence. We're missing some parts of that sentence. Be increased by 1. We don't care about fucking combat maneuvers, so that's useless. Studied spawn huge. So what is this? This is just version 2 of Spawn Slayer. Yeah. And target is larger, larger. Huger, larger. Even bigger. Archer's combat, man. Range is dead. Oh, this is so it doesn't scale that nicely. So it gives us big shit versus like big bonuses versus. Oh, but I still haven't found the opportunity cost. It's just studied target. Is that the only thing we lose from this? Huh. Are the saves or babs different? 2 minus 2, 6. 2 minus 2 will save. Ouch. Okay. I don't. And this is good enough. I mean, isn't this the value? So is this a studied target buff, chat? So is studied spawn large a modifier to study target? Yes, it is. So when we're fighting large or larger, we get additional bonuses, but we can't apply it for free unless we sneak attack. Fuck, that's close. Any insight from chat? Alter study target and replace Master Slayer. What's Master Slayer? Where do I even see Master Slayer? Level 20 capstone? Yeah, we're never gonna see that. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this with a straight face because I mean it. I'm just not sure how accurate it is. Which is, I would like to not respec too much longer after this. Like, once we do this round of respecs, I would kind of like to go play for a while. So, I would like to not have to redo this one. Something else at 7. So yeah, that's the one we don't care about, right? How good is study target swift? This is a guaranteed +1 later on +2 that we can do for free. The issue is we have other ways of applying it for free already. Told you, the decisions that trip me up the hardest are the ones that are almost meaningless. Yeah, Xander, but the issue is there's so many other ways to already apply that. I guess, you know, the issue is when I have to switch to a target I want to kill that's not near anything else, like an enemy archer. That one's hard because we're not going to get flat-footed, very likely. We're not going to get, although if they're blind we do, we're not going to get double flanking bonus, especially now without the summons. Before we could drop summons to force that. Even then we have to hit, right? So the way it works is if we do damage to a target with sneak attack, yeah. Why will I be able to study barbs and rogues for free? Why would you say with Swift Study? With Swift Study, I can study all targets for free. That's what the fucking thing does, right? Oh, you're saying that it gives me an additional... I see. You're saying that barbs and rogues are immune to... because of Uncanny Dodge, presumably, they're immune to the free targeting. So this will allow me to free target them as well. I gotcha. I think this bonus is just not exciting enough for me to want to give this up. I might find that this is unnecessary. And I'm going to be annoyed for the rest of the game that I think about this. The fact that I could be doing it as a free rider effect while getting extra bonuses versus some targets. But I think I'm going to just go base Slayer again. We had this discussion last time we created the Slayer, which is I think the Deliverer Slayer, I'm just not sold. The 2d6 dice doesn't seem quite good enough. We're missing 2, or missing 1, I guess, feet. It's the feet progression is the big issue, right? It's how soon that is. If we are trading off that fucking feet at like 12 and even, but we're not. We're trading it off at 2. Do you want us to tell you which studies are better? More present in the game. I don't know what you're referencing. You're referencing my Swift Study as a thing? Like, I don't know how to answer that. Okay, I think we're going to just go Slayer, chat. So let's make that decision. Alright. Freebie feats. So these Slayer feats ignore prerequisites. This is the interesting part about Slayers that I can see. Which we didn't know the first time we created. So I don't think I was paying any attention to where they were coming from. How do I tell which is base? This is base. Oh, this is not even that. Okay, this is the level 1. This is not the freebie. This is, okay, this is focus, which needs to be persuasion. Which is nice. Gonna make our intimidates better. Oh, I see. You're gonna give me the preponderance of large enemies versus rogues? No, I don't. I mean, that is a deciding... That does impact the decision-making process. But I think, for me, it becomes a consistency thing. Which is, I wasn't thinking about the fact that some classes are already immune to the free ability to apply that. In which case, I want to have a way to get that on it. I want to get the bonus there. It's already a little bit hesitant because the bonus applies after damage, which means I have to hit them before that bonus, before I get the free rider. So if we do something annoying, like where our first round is we're fighting an enemy, the enemy is not in flank positions, and or rather, it doesn't even matter if they're in flank position. They're in flank position, we fire and we miss. then I didn't get the bonuses for that attack on that, and I'm not going to get the bonuses for subsequent rounds either. So that, combined with the fact that there may be classes that are totally immune to that application of Swift Study, makes me just go, okay, I'll take the freebie. It's at 7 too, which is pretty early. Okay, point blank shot, sure. This is the type of thing we're doing. So what we actually need to map here is not just pick the ones that we like. We need to take a look at what we're looking at. So we want to eventually pick up, this is the Intimidate Archer build, right? The Intimidate Archers, I have this written out somewhere where the Intimidate skills are. The Intimidate skills are in here. I know I wrote these down somewhere. There they are. Okay. We have, there's the 2 capstones on the Intimidate tree, right? Which are like something, another smash, I think is what it's called. Is the single target version, if I remember correctly. This thing. One smash. You damage an opponent with power attack. Does this even apply to ranged? Can I power attack on range? Is this just like I don't do this on a ranged version of this? Okay. So that's just not even going to be relevant then. So we're only using the other one, which is the dazzling display slash, what's the second half of it? Something carnage. Is carnage the second half of that? Shit, I just need to remember the first word apparently. Dreadful carnage, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Alright, where is dreadful carnage? Presumably alphabetical. Yeah, okay. So this is the other one. Ooh, we ignore prerequisites. Doesn't matter, we have 16 strength. Slaying an enemy demoralizes your other. Yeah. Whenever you reduce an enemy to 0 or fewer, you can make your persuasion and intimidate to demoralize all enemies within 30 feet as a free action. Are free actions and swift actions different, chat? Free action, like, am I ever going to run into issues where I have limited numbers of one of them and they like the fact that my study target's a free action and this is a free action doesn't mean I can't do both, right? Swift is 1 per turn, but free is not. So I could do multiple free actions. Okay, that's a fucking swift action though, right? So I can only do 1 swift action per turn. But this is free, so it doesn't make any difference. Okay. No, we don't care at all about, right? Don't we ignore all prerequisites? I guess I don't know how the Slayer ignore works. How does Slayer ignore work? Like the ignore prerequisites. Does that include Bab shit? 30 foot from, I believe, the kill. No, power attack does not work with a longbow, I don't think. But we just skipped the... Yeah, I need the Slayers. Okay, we're gonna find out, I guess, next level. Okay, so it doesn't matter for these because these are not the prerequisite ones. We do care about point blank because point blank is prerequisite for bow attacks. The bow attacks we're not taking as Slayer feats, I don't think. Let me just take a look at our define this. Build with no smash seems bad. I don't know. We're definitely making it rain. Blank determines 0 precise shot, Slayer talent. Level 10 Slayer perk, you can take free carnage. I think I can take free carnage now, right? It just depends what the other ones are. Anyways, I'm not gonna worry about it. We're gonna take point blank to begin with, right? Are we gonna weapon focus bows too? I think we are, sooner or later. I'm sure there's archer setups that require this. I guess the only ones I was wondering about are any of the prerequisites for Intimidate stuff relevant here. And I think the answer is no, right? I think we're just taking the conclusions for that. Okay. Anyways, fine. I think we can go point blank here and be okay. All right.
I'll take care of it. Let's move already. My skill. I lead, you follow.
I think aggressive's appropriate for the intimidating. This is what I would like spoilers on, and the spoilers are there any archery related items that are alignment bound that I care about? And also, who was this we just replaced? Excuse me. Yeah. Wait, when you choose combat style, you must choose menacing. So you're locked in on future combat style choices. You can ignore all. I don't understand what that means. Summoner. Well, we had a name. This didn't replace the summoner. I think this replaced, I believe, the alchemist. The alchemist was Miklas, I believe. All right. No alignment issues? Do we just neutral it and move on?
None shall escape.
Okay. How do we feel about signing off on this? So the 7 wisdom is scary to me. But we're gonna have really nice damage and intimidate rolls, assuming we can figure out which intimidate synergies we want to work. The moment half elf compared to human, real similar as well. Extra saves and a focus, but 1 less skill. I think we're okay with this. An intimidate roll that's evil only. We're at 2 skill points per level, not 1, if I remember correctly. We're 3 minus 1, right? 2. Alright. I think this is fine. Go half elf. I like it. Right. Lance and use it. Is it a cloak? Or a robe? So this character can wear a medium armor. Now it's an archer, it's less important. Maybe we care more about the intimidate portion. It's a cloak. It requires evil. Alright. Fine, we can fuck with that. No reason not to. I don't know if I can be evil in this class. I guess we'll find out. Character, can I roll evil? I can. Neutral evil. What is neutral evil characterized by? Or I guess... It can't be neutral evil. Can't we be lawful, chaotic, or... is selfish? Alright. Chaotic evil.
I won't take that.
Perfect. Wolves are neutral evil? Are they? An alignment system. Okay. Easy level 1 of our Slayer. On to level 2. Right. Slayer talent. So this is where we're going to start seeing how these prerequisite shit works. Unfortunately, I don't have a 100% clear understanding. So this is going to maybe fuck us here. We'll see. Alright. So this is our first Slayer feat. Which doesn't seem to have the things that I thought it would have in here, quite honestly. I mean, do we take intimidating prowess here? Because this is one of the ones we want. Why don't I have the other ones? Are they level restricted? Like, I'm not entirely understanding. It's a combat style feat. I mean, that would be nice too. I don't understand what's happening here. Okay, so I need to read this again, and then I need a chat explanation for this. Because that's not actual Slayer feat. Oh, okay. So that makes some of our previous decisions a little sketchy all of a sudden, right? Because this actually says not a feat at 2, it's a combat style. Not a Slayer talent. So here we actually... All right, so what then is the difference? The difference is, I mean, we can't hypothetically generate archery, right? And level the ranger can point blank shot, precise shot. So if I do this, I'm going to get another selection. I already took point blank shot and fucked ourselves. Well, we take precise shot, I guess.